In today's video, we uncover the original tale of Snow White, a haunting story of jealousy, magic, and survival that's far from the Disney version. Discover the chilling truths behind the classic fairy tale you thought you knew. The original Snow White story, first published by the Brothers Grimm in 1812, is much darker and more gruesome than the cheerful, sanitized versions most children know today. It begins with a queen who pricks her finger on a needle, and upon seeing the blood on the snow, wishes for a child with skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony. Her wish comes true, but she dies shortly after giving birth to Snow White. The king remarries a wicked and vain queen who owns a magical mirror, and each day she asks, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" For years, the mirror says it is her.
It is you, my queen. Yet another kingdom falls to your glory.
Until Snow White grows older and becomes more beautiful. Jealous, the queen orders a huntsman to take Snow White into the forest and kill her. He is also told to bring back her lungs and liver as a proof. But the huntsman takes pity on her and lets her go, bringing back the organs of a wild boar instead. The queen, thinking Snow White is dead, cooks and eats the organs. Meanwhile, Snow White finds shelter with seven dwarfs who agree to protect her if she helps with the housework. However, the queen learns from her mirror that Snow White is still alive and decides to kill her herself. She disguises herself and tries 3 times, once with a suffocating bodies, then with a poisoned comb, and finally with a poisoned apple. The third time, Snow White falls into a death-like sleep, and the dwarfs place her in a glass coffin. A prince finds the coffin and, enchanted by her beauty, asks to take it. When his servants stumble, the piece of poisoned apple dislodges from her throat and she awakens. They fall in love and decide to marry. The wicked queen, upon discovering the bride is Snow White, is forced to wear red-hot iron shoes and dance until she dies, a brutal punishment far removed from modern tales. In the original story, the queen is Snow White's biological stepmother, but she is far more violent and cruel. The queen eats what she believes to be Snow White's organs, believing she has triumphed. The prince does not wake Snow White with a kiss. Instead, the apple is dislodged when the coffin is jostled. The queen's fate is shockingly violent, forced to die in pain at Snow White's wedding. Snow White is only 7 years old when she first flees into the forest, not a teenager or young woman as often portrayed. The original tale is titled Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but earlier drafts didn't name the dwarfs at all. The famous Disney version in 1937 was the first full-length animated feature film and heavily softened the story for family audiences. The Brothers Grimm kept revising the story. In later versions, they removed some graphic elements but still remained much darker than modern adaptation. The stepmother's obsession with beauty reflects 19th century anxieties about vanity and aging, especially for women in power. The Brothers Grimm version of Snow White is a haunting cautionary tale about envy, innocence, and justice, far more complex than its fairy tale reputation suggests. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the dark and magical world of Snow White by the Brothers Grimm, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more timeless fairy tales.